at small expense. Fasten cleats with screws as shown in Figure 1 to the bottom of a board of suitable size. The legs are built with a cross-pitch, a figure 4 at the top which fits into slot formed by the cleats CC and a cross-pitch B that has two cleats D making a place to receive the bottom end of the bridge. E figure 2 the upper ends of the bridges EE fit in between two pitches F fastened in the middle of the board. The three pins fitting loosely in DD and Phi F figure 2 are all that hold stable together. The end view is shown in figure 3. How to make a combination billiard table and Devenport. A small size billiard table which can be converted quickly into a Devenport is made as follows. A secure, clear, selected plain white wax in size as indicated by the drawing. Have this planed at the mill to the width and thickness specified. The lower part should be made first. Cut the four posts to length, chamfering the ends somewhat so that they will not splinter when in use. Lay out and cut the mortises which are the receive the rails. The lower rails are to be 1/8 in thick and the mortises are to be laid out in the legs so as to bring their outer surfaces almost flush with those of the posts. The upper rails are 2 1/4 in wide. The slats are 3/4 in thick. Tenons should be thoroughly pinned to the sides of the mortises as shown in the illustration. The braces are 1 3/4 in thick and are fastened to place with rounded screws and glue. The seat may be made by putting in a solid bottom that shall rest upon cleats fastened to the inner surfaces of the rails. The top of this bottom should rest about 3/4 in below the top edge of the rails. A well-filled leather cushion completes this part. A more satisfactory result is obtained by putting in springs and upholstering the seat. Upon this, the leather cushion can be placed. By swinging the top back, the table is transformed into the elegant Devenport seen on the opposite page. The billiard table is converted into a luxurious Devenport. A child can make the change in a moment. The top or table is built upon and about a heavy frame of well seasoned 1 3/4 in by 5 3/4 in white pin. The parts to this frame are thoroughly mortised and tenoned together. Middle stretcher, length wash, and cross wash give added strength and ready. Upon this frame, the slat bed is leveled by planing the frame wherever necessary. Slats are fastened to the bed by screws, the heads of which are countersunk so that they may be covered over even with plaster of Paris. Details showing dimensions of parts The top and side facing are built together, the angle being reinforced with black and blue as shown in detail. These facings, to which the cushions are attached, are afterward made fast to the frame by ornamental heated screws. The detail and photograph show the manner of applying the underfacing. Before attaching the top and side facing, the bedcloth should be placed over the slat and fastened. The nape of the cloth should run from the hip toward the opposite end of the table. Draw the cloth as tight as possible, taking care that there shall be no wrinkles. The billiard cushions can be bought ready to cover the bumpers, which keep the top from shrinking. The front post can be obtained by making proper selection from wax door bumpers carried in stock by hardware dealers. The brace swing bars most likely can be obtained at the same place. The upholstering on the underside of the top, the back of the Devenport, is to be built up on a short frame made of some suitable common wood, and the whole sit in the recess formed as shown in the detailed drawing, the whole being fastened from the back before the slat bed is put in position. Effort should be made to select leather of a color that will harmonize with the wood finish which is to be applied. Easily made bookshelves, very cheap but useful and attractive bookshelves are shown in the accompanying drawing. The vertical splits in navy 3 by 2 in and are secured to 4 shelves, each cut to the shape of a quarter circle. The screws are all the shank, and as the heads all come on the side next to the valve, they do not show. The design might be varied somewhat to suit the fancy of the builder. Although the appearance of the shelves constructed as shown is very pleasing, especially so if the workmanship is good and the wood carefully stained and varnished, the total cost of construction was less than 75 cents. A vacuum paste tablet, a substantial piece of machine furniture which is used as a tablet or plant stand as well as a vacuum case in which there is a receptacle for brushes, blacking, and a show rest is shown in the illustration. The stock can be secured milk, plant sandpaper, and in blends almost ready to be assembled. The stock list consists of the following pitches: 4 post 112 by 112 by 17 in, 4 side rails 1 by 6 12 by 9 12 in, 2 top pitches 1 by 8 4 by 16 12 in, the bottom 1 4 by 9 2 by 9 12 in, the cleat 1 by 1 by 18 in. The post and cleat are surfaced on 4 sides, while the other pitches are surfaced on only 2 sides. The allowance of 1 2 in on the side rails top and bottom is for fitting the joints. Be sure the surfaces of the pitches for the post are square and the ends square off, making the post exactly the same length when they come from the mill. Details of show rest. Square up the four side rails to 6 by 9 in, cut 1 inch off each post tapering with a chisel. Face and sandpaper the post and side rails before making the joint.